freezer prepping today, but first, Costco. Okay, so it says preheat oven to 350, remove ribs from packaging and place on a baking sheet. Basically, you're going to heat this for 20 to 40 minutes. Okay, both of these are going to go in at the same time. I'm going to bake. Start. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, smells good. Gonna make some veggies in a pan, and this is gonna round out our lunch. Ooh. This looks great. Nice. And make sure they're separated. Oh, that looks great. And then the veggies. And that's an easy Costco lunch. So if you've been keeping up with my videos lately, I've been doing a lot of freezer prepping and budgeting, a lot of like food items and things we eat in my household. And this is another one that saves me time and money. And for all those school kids that are going to be out for the summer, this is something you can put together in the freezer and have them make on their own all summer long. It's very convenient. Garlic powder. I added cracked black pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, a tablespoon of beef bouillon powder, maybe like a tablespoon and a half, smoked paprika. Give it a really good mix. They say you don't want to over mix the ground beef, but I'll do the best I can. Next up, I'm going to show you one of my favorite cooking hacks. This is the easiest way I like to make hamburger patties when I'm freezer prepping, meal prepping, or heck, if you're making it for dinner. So I'm going to press this to fill the baking sheet. Okay, so I've flattened it. I'm going to take the end of the wooden spoon and create holes. This will just help to keep everything sort of uniform as it cooks. Take the end of the wooden spoon and we're just going to put just holes. See, just like that. So this is going into an oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit for like 35 to 40 minutes or until it's all cooked through. Okay. So this is ready. So clearly you can see that it shrunk. But I'm going to divide this into 12 patties. So, not bad. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. That works. I want a little bit of fat with there we go. Okay, so this I'm going to just leave here to cool. This is like the rendered fat. And then this, I'm going to let it cool before I cut into it. Okay, so we picked these up from Costco. Okay, so this has cooled, so I'm just gonna cut it. I think 12 would be a good, hopefully I cut this evenly. Yeah, I'm doing a poor job. And then one more. Then we just do like that. And these will be a good size for the burger buns. Right there. They're still juicy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open that. Okay, so we're gonna work on the parchment paper. So we got the beef patty, and it's very simple. Then you take your slice of cheese, place it right there, and now go under, and there you go. Meal prepped cheeseburger. Cheese. Okay, so the burgers are all wrapped. So to store them, I'm going to use the bag that the buns came in, and I kept this, so that's how I'll freezer prep them, in the same baggie. It's gonna be snug. Okay, but I managed to fit it in the bag. So now we're gonna tie this off. Okay, and here we have our meal prepped cheeseburgers, just like that. Not bad. So now, lay them flat, freezer prepped. Not bad. Okay, so I'm calculating just the food ingredients to make the burgers, and that's $15.66 for 3 pounds of ground beef, $2.29 for 12 buns, and $1.08 for 12 slices of American cheese. The total cost for 12 cheeseburgers came out to $19.03. To get the cost per cheeseburger, we divide that by 12 and get $1.58. And quite honestly, the amount that I used for each patty would be comparable to a McDonald's quarter pounder. So $1.58. And if I made this a meal, I calculated fries and soda, that's $2.80. And that's including mustard, mayo, and all the toppings that a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese would come with. Here, I purchased a meal at McDonald's for a quarter pounder meal. That was $10.71. I used a gift card. By the way, I won the gift card at my cousin's baby shower recently, which was super fun. Thanks to my cousin and baby. Love them. Okay, so $2.80 for my homemade quarter pounder meal. So let's calculate the savings here. $10.71 for a McDonald's meal, quarter pounder with cheese meal, versus my homemade quarter pounder with cheese. That's $7.91 that you'd be saving. That is literally over 70% of savings, and I will take that any day. So here's the McDonald's meal for reference. By the way, we didn't eat any of those fries. That's exactly how it came, just in a large container with fries like that. And I will say the burger does look better than my homemade version, mainly because mine was freezer prepped and squished in a bag. But look at this. I mean, I would take this hands down any day over McDonald's because it tastes great, and it tastes even better knowing that I saved almost 70% of money in comparison. So this is another reason why I freezer prep cheeseburgers. So let me show you what it's going to look like to reheat the cheeseburger and fries. So let me show you what this is going to look like when my son makes it. Freezer prepping cheeseburgers and french fries, especially since it's time for like school to be out, summer break, So just put it in the air fryer. You can tell my sons have been using this. Okay, so I would have my son do this, but he doesn't want to be on camera today. So these are frozen. So I'm going to show you how to make these from frozen, which honestly, it's just putting it in the microwave. Okay, so you take one out. You can leave it in this or you can remove it. So I don't know, maybe loosely. But this is what it looks like frozen. You see? So I'll tell you what, let's just do that. Yeah, I'm going to flip it. For some reason, this is the way my microwave heats up. You kind of have to flip it, cook it, flip it. So there we go. Okay. So 1 minute on one side. You see how the cheese kind of gets melty? That's fine. Give it a flip. And then 30 more seconds and it should be done, like a minute and a half. Oops. While that's heating up, the fries are done. And they come out perfectly in the air fryer. See? So burger's done. Okay. And you get your French fries, which are nice and crispy from the air fryer. No deep frying required. And there you go. And this is just, I mean, is it perfect just like fast food? No. Sometimes season your burger how you like. Get you the French fries that you like. Air fry it, microwave it. It's essentially time saving and budget friendly. So I cut it open and I want you to see. It's still, I don't know if you can tell. It's not dry, it's juicy, it's well seasoned. So like I said, it's not bad freezer prepping burgers. So freezer prepping cheeseburgers is just where it's at for my household and my budget. Be sure to like this video, share it with somebody that'll find it helpful, and comment down below your favorite foods to freezer prep. See you in the next video. Bye.